Buffs Nation. Excuse me. It's that time of year, right? That I'd throw on the Shador jersey because Shador just got another weapon, baby. That's right, baby. T.O. Cordale Russell coming over here from North Mesquite High School by way of TCU. Pumped to have this wide receiver. Cordell Russell, 6'4". What is he, like 220 pounds, something like that? 210, whatever. Probably put on more weight since 24/7 put all this out, right? This is a big time get, guys. Absolutely big time get. This is a guy who was ranked the 11th best player in Texas last year coming out of high school, the 12th ranked wide receiver in the nation, 96 rated coming out of high school, 65th overall player nationally rated by 24/7. This is a big time get. This is, to put it in context, guys, I believe he was significantly still rated higher than a guy who had a great freshman year. Well, wish he got the ball a little bit more, but it is what it is. Omari Miller, like Omari Miller, that can make plays. We're getting bigger, stronger, faster guys. Okay, y'all. Absolutely huge. So, why don't I go ahead, show you some of his highlights from high school? Again, just a year out. Didn't play much at TCU this year. That's okay. He's a freshman, guys. He's a freshman. I believe he still has 4 more years of eligibility because I do think that he redshirted this past year. I don't think he played in 4 games, but y'all correct me if I'm wrong. But let's go ahead and look at the highlights, y'all. And I will break down more of this for you. Yeah, they say he's 6'3" in here, 198 pounds. Nah, now he's 6'4", 210. Excuse me, y'all. While we got that going, we can enjoy that. I'll read this gentleman's scouting report, which is very interesting stuff. Okay, y'all. Y'all enjoy this. This is from Chris Singletary, projection power 5 starter. Russell is a player that has a muscular frame. He has very good length and wingspan that he utilizes. He does a good job on his releases, stemming the defensive back and getting into his routes. Russell knows how to use his size to shield off defenders on inside routes where he uses his length and ball skills to make catches in traffic. Tree and get faster. He has a lot of growth left in his game. He showed good production as a sophomore, where he had 38 catches, 638 yards, and touchdowns, averaging 16.8 yards per catch. He has a power ability to become better as he works on his game. Also a basketball player, and I mean, just his senior year stats again at North Mesquite High School were, I mean, absolutely insane. For 1,059 yards and 11 touchdowns. He averaged 105.9 yards per game, an average of 22 yards per catch. Absolutely insane. In North Mesquite, they're 5A or 6A. Nonetheless, in his highlights, also is in the defensive side of the ball as well. At edge, making plays. He's a physical guy. We know he's not afraid to hit. We know he's not afraid of contact by what you're seeing out here, which is, I mean, just beautiful, beautiful stuff. And again, lining up on the outside, he can line up. Look at how he just like mosses that guy for the touchdown. Okay. This is a guy that is a big time playmaker, a guy where we can throw the ball up and he can go get it. He can win those 50-50 balls. He can get that yak. Big time athlete. I mean, just listen to these offers, guys. TCU, SMU, Arkansas, Baylor, CU, Florida State, Illinois State, Indiana, Kansas, Louisiana Tech, Marshall, Minnesota, Mississippi State, Nebraska, Ole Miss, Oregon State, Pittsburgh, Purdue, Tennessee, Texas Tech, UCF, Utah, and Utah State. Just crazy. Absolute crazy. Watch this defensive play that he makes right here, though, man. Coming off the edge, boom, quarterback. So again, this is a guy that kind of made in the mold. Again, like Omari Miller. If you're a Broncos fan in Colorado, let's talk about Demaryius Thomas. Let's talk about Cortland Sutton. Okay, well, I think he's probably more athletic than Cortland Sutton. Like a Demaryius Thomas, somebody who can go get those 50-50 balls, guys. And again, this is a guy who is a stepping stone or a building block rather for this team long term. Okay, Shador's got one more year. What happens after that? We might have a transfer come in here. Maybe one of our backups that we bring in becomes that starter. Maybe we have a young freshman starter, right? But we need a guy, or we need guys in the receiving room that aren't going to require or aren't going to need our quarterback to be as accurate as Shador Sanders. Let's make a young quarterback's life easier, okay? And when we're getting guys that are 6'4", 6'3", 6'5", right? We're going to have an easier time moving the ball downfield because they can go and win those 50-50 balls. This is a huge deal. Just because my guess is that they drop his ranking down because he didn't play much this year, okay? That doesn't matter at all, okay? Whether he's a 3-star or a 4-star rated, doesn't matter. He is absolutely going to eat here at CU. He's a foundational piece of what we're building for the future. And I love it, guys. Again, we need one of these receiving rooms that's going to be like Alabama, that's going to be like Ohio State, where it is going to be the best of the best, the cream of the crop. Where when you get playing time, look how he blocks right there. He's going to be a big-time help in the run game. And if we're running some more pro-style sets or some more, I guess I could say like more narrow, aligned packages where we're running, he's a guy that can shift inside and take on a linebacker, take on an edge. He's big. He's physical, all-around wide receiver. I can't wait to see how he looks. I mean, if I'm a cornerback, if I'm a defensive back, I'm terrified of going after a guy like this, a wide receiver that also plays defensive end. Oh, man. I mean, guys, this is the type of guy like we were looking at with Bishop Thomas, for his high school film was a lot of fun to look at. Cordale Russell, baby T.O., is the same way. Absolutely love it. He's a big time get here. He's going to do fantastic things. Do not underestimate Cordale Russell coming in here. Foundational piece. Let's look at our wide receiver room this year for Shador. Okay, Travis Hunter, Will Shepard, Jimmy Horn, Omari Miller, Cordale Russell. Okay, then we got other guys like Timmons coming in from NC State. Will we get this Tulane wide receiver that I can't remember his name off the, you know, sorry guys, it's a little bit early for me, but y'all let me know what you think in the comments. Where do you see him in terms of the depth chart this year? Where do you see him in terms of the future for CU? Because I think, man, this is a big deal. If guys like this are transferring out here, okay, with 4 years of eligibility, they're believing in what's going on. They're believing that, man, this thing is built for the long haul, okay? So very exciting commit, foundational. We'll see what else we do as the transfer portal and recruiting season goes on. Remember, early National Signing Days on Wednesday. I'm sorry, I'm going to be traveling, but it is what it is. I'll try and get on when I can. But y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments. And as always, Sco Buffs.